Okay, we're doing this. We're in focus. My name is Charlie, and this is a lukewarm take of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which I played on the Xbox One X. I'm playing video from another YouTube videos, but I'm going to cover up their little watermark, so stick it to them. This game came out last August, and as of February, it is available on Xbox Game Pass. So if you pay the $10 a month or your free trial, you can play the full game, which is pretty good. And probably a sign that the game didn't sell as much as they needed it to, because it's already on like a freer option. I was not everybody was aware of Tomb Raider in the 90s. Like, I totally was of age for that, but I didn't like them. I just don't like puzzles that much. But the reboot in 2013 was excellent, and I enjoyed it more. Oh, gotta take that off. I enjoyed it more than I enjoyed it a lot more than Uncharted, which is a lot what it was based off. It's like a big budget. You can see a lot of quick time events and a lot of easy puzzles and on-screen prompts, that type of stuff. The shooting, I thought the shooting was a lot better. The survival type of stuff was a lot better. And what they did to Lara Croft was excellent. They made her vulnerable, maybe a little bit too much, but they also they took away most of the sexuality that was kind of creepy in the 90s. It was a little bit too 90s. So this one, Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider is now the third one. They're all available on next-gen consoles, PCs, and I think the first two are on Xbox 360. So this is more of that. It's a darker tone, and kind of the vibe is maybe the Tomb Raider's gone too far. And a lot of these cataclysms or seismic events are due to her meddling around in tombs where she shouldn't be. So that was a cool atmosphere to it. She's still the same girl or woman, but it had a darker tone to it, which I wish they would have went further with. Just not like make it gritty, because it's M-rated. I mean, you see blood and brain splatter and stuff getting shoved through her head and that stuff when you mess up. But just the consequences of her actions would have been cool just to develop more. It doesn't need to be make your own choices. But the game was good. It was more of the same. It's a refinement of what was the same. I know they shared development responsibilities with some of the Deus Ex guys. I think the team's working on an Avengers game, which will be cool if they keep it this vibe. But it's very good. One thing I would love for these games is I would love them, especially when you get done with a trilogy like this, I would love them to mash them together. Maybe you put them all on one disc or whatever, but you make a version where in 20 hours you can play through all three of them and have just nonstop high notes. I think that would be really incredible. Right now this game was like 20 hours, a little bit too long, which I say on every single game. But I really enjoyed it. The fighting is good. You still do the same level ups. You lose your powers. You lose your tools and your abilities in the beginning, and then eventually you're at a state where you are a little bit higher up than you were in the first place. They try to tie it in with their family. It doesn't really work, but none of the story was bad. You can definitely tell they were like, you got to wrap this trilogy up. We got to wait 3 years, reboot it, and hopefully it'll sell more. So really happy I played it, especially for free on Xbox Game Pass, which you can get for like $1 or $2 your first couple months, which is awesome. I signed up for Crackdown 3, but I'm reviewing this, and I'm reviewing this for a reason, because this is the one I finished. So if I'm doing numbers, I'll give this one a 7.5 or an 8. I will give the trilogy on a whole a 9. Just a thrill ride. If you want to play a game, do some puzzles, think you're smart. Before I end this, one really cool thing is you can adjust the difficulties of the action, the puzzles, and just the plain like figuring out where to go. So I could keep the action kind of high because the fighting is really fun. And I could reduce the puzzle solving, which I like pushing stuff around, but I don't want to figure out. It's not puzzle solving. It's trying to figure out what the game people want you to do. And even if you can see 4 ways to do it, the game only created 1. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my hat and my work name badge, which I took off. Please don't get me fired, and I love you.